It's vegan inspired. You are live. We're live.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Well, they haven't even come on yet.
We've been gone for a few weeks.
We've been gone for a couple of weeks, yeah. So we have to give them a second to let them know that we are live. Yes. Now they're coming on. Hey, everybody. Slowly but surely, we have a guest with us today in-house. So we're going to wait a few more minutes for a couple of you to come on. We're so excited. I'm sorry, I've been out of commission for a few.
Yeah, it's her fault that we haven't been here.
She's been Johanna Cam.
She's been all over the place directing movies and stuff and leaving me all by myself. Time.
Are you live? Yes, we are live.
Oh, look, there's
Karita. Hi, guys.
What's up,
yes,
y'all?
very pretty name. Look, we have a guest with us
today. And look how pretty she is.
Oh. So we're going to have some fun because she is also a famous vegan chef. What she says, would you consider yourself a famous vegan chef?
Yeah. not in America, more in China, but.
Oh, really? In China?
Yeah.
So I'm just so curious. I'd love to hear more about, that, like the vegan world there, because everyone in China is not vegan, correct?
Oh, no.
Okay, so this is going to be really interesting to hear from another culture. And you also worked in, wait. Let's go say hello first. Because see, I'm already jumping into the conversation. Okay, say Tina and Shelly. I'm so sorry. We've been gone for a couple of weeks and I've just been.
But you guys are back. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are our regulars and we're so happy. And they're starting to log in. The numbers are going up. We missed you. We missed you. I was in Utah shooting a movie. And Babette doesn't like to do the show without me.
I don't.
So we put up, we try to keep it going when we're not live. But today we are live and we're in-house and we're very excited. And let's make sure she has her friend, Luna, who I met doing.
Is Luna looking for a parking space?
She found one. She's probably walking back now.
Okay, I'm going to go. See how I can let her in.
Oh, she's right in. I told her where to come in. Come on, Luna.
Hi, Luna. Hi, honey. Ooh, look at you.
I know. Look at you, Luna. Come on, baby. Come on.
I'll chill at the back in your audience.
She can sit with us, actually.
Yeah, you can kind of squeeze in and just.
No worries.
Now, Luna, come in camera, Luna. Say hi.
Hi.
Luna is a championship pole dance.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
She's going to teach me how to pole dance.
Thank you.
Yeah, she tried it once.
Already. Oh my God.
She tried once. It was pretty funny.
Thank you.
She's just going to sit with us. So we are, come on in, Babs.
All right.
So this is going to be so much fun.
It's all the ladies today.
Daphne, were you ever in New York City? I seem to remember your name from when I first went vegan more than 10 years ago. Yes.
I was there 2009 to 2016.
So
really?
2009 to 2016.
Yeah.
So Paula, yes. So we're welcome back. This is going to be a fun show.
It is.
We got all these beautiful international women. I'm international.
You guys want some water or something?
Some water.
You have some water. You want to get it?
You want to get your water? If you want something, you want some of your tacos and whatnot, because we have
tacos.
You guys are amazing. Thank you.
But yeah, we're just really laid back on our show. We don't care about it. And our friends, yes, you were doing dinners for small groups.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right, honey, I'm just going to open it.
Love the color on you.
You need a bigger set. This is like Johnny Carson. Well,
we do need a bigger set.
You know what? We are, now that COVID's back, we're going to be taking Bites and Tidbits on the road. And so we're very excited about that. And we're going to have you on doing some fun stuff with us, Yeah. That's, now that it's back, good evening, ladies. Happy to catch you live. Yes, we're so sorry. It's slightly my fault, but I gotta work. I got things to do sometimes. I got businesses to do.
She tries to get me to go by myself, but
she won't do it.
I'm kind of handicapped when it comes to all this computer.
Yeah, you guys
stuff.
will be looking at her feet all night.
You
She'll
probably
be talking to you.
You did not say my feet.
But anyway, welcome to what?
Oh, welcome to another episode of Sunday Bites and Tidbits. I'm Chef Babette. This is my beautiful co-host.
And today we have Daphne Jade Cheng with us. And then our friend Luna is sitting in. I don't know your last name, Luna.
Z-H-A-N-G.
That's right. Zhang. Luna Zhang. So, hey, Miss Tara and all. Hey, Chef Babette. What are we saying here? I can't read this that fast. And Tara, we are streaming your show live on the land of Kush and Black Vegetarian Society of Maryland.
Yay,
too.
thank
All
you,
right,
baby.
Yes, we
Thank
love
you.
that. Share it,
Yeah,
share
but
it.
we
share it.
better bring some meat to the show today.
Well, we got some meat because we're talking to this beautiful young
Meat,
lady.
meat.
You see, our show is crazy. We have no filters. We don't give a crap. And that's why people tune in because they think we're nuts. But see, you can be nuts when you don't eat meat because your body is free from toxins. And you don't care. You don't care because you're carefree and your spirit is clean.
That's it.
And you're not weighed down.
Teach, Tara, teach.
Anyway, so today I want to hear a little bit about your journey and how you got started.
Yeah, where should I
She's so
start?
much laid back.
Ain't she laid back?
Yes,
Yes.
sure. We're like, bing,
What's
bong,
up?
bing, bing, bing. And she's like, well, it started when I was actually.
Talking about it on the way. She's so chill.
Okay, so tell us how it started.
How'd you get started?
I became vegan and vegetarian when I was 12 and 14, and that's when I started cooking.
started
that-
Now, how did you start?
Yeah.
How did you become vegan? Like, why?
So vegetarian first, I saw a slaughterhouse video.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then vegan, like 2 years later, I read a book called The China Study.
Yes, that was one of my first ones too.
Yeah,
That
really
one will
fun.
get you.
Yeah.
So you were living at home and you just read the book and that was it for you. It was like, I can't do it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. I grew up in Chicago suburbs, and so yeah, and then back then it was like no vegan option or very, very few
I
vegan
know.
options. And yeah.
Yes.
So then I became a chef, or like I started cooking a lot just like to cook for myself because I still love to eat. And yeah, then just like got more and more into it, and then decided to become a chef professionally. And
So
then-
you went
So
to
did you go to
culinary arts?
culinary?
I did, yeah, but I do consider myself more self-taught just because.
They want you to cook. They teach you more. Do they have a vegan culinary school?
It's closed now. It was called the Natural Gourmet Institute in New York. Yeah, it was like one of the very, very few vegan options. But then,
Really?
yeah, I think they recently closed like a few years ago. The founder passed, and so yeah.
You
and
don't
then,
have to talk up just a little.
okay, sorry.
Yeah, just a little. Because they're probably sitting there going, she's very pretty, but what is she saying?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, girl, we loud.
Okay.
You in Inglewood.
I don't have the vocal power.
Yes, you do. They turn the volume down for us and they turn it back up when Daphne speaks. So go ahead, Daphne.
Okay. Where was I?
You said
culinary
so.
school.
You went to school for a little while. You said.
Yeah, it was a year program, and then when I graduated, I started a catering company in New York, and then so I catered like weddings and yeah.
And these
And
were for
stuff,
vegan weddings.
Yeah, vegan.
That's
How did people
that's a lot
find
of
you? Though?
work.
How did they know that you did this? How did you market yourself?
It was interesting. Yeah, back then, or even still now, there weren't a lot of like high-end catering options. So through Google mostly, and like,
Wow.
and then like word of mouth. And
That's
then,
catering is a lot of work though. I've done
so
that.
much
Bitch. That's so
work.
much work.
Yeah,
It's so much.
yeah, yeah. It's fun, but yeah. A lot of work. It's basically like building a new restaurant every
It's
single day.
every
Yeah.
single
Yeah,
time.
You have
yeah.
to move the kitchen.
Oh
you have
my
to
God,
move all
it's
the
so
plates, all the
true.
glassware.
That's how I started.
Yeah.
Catering.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah. That was
So you're in New York. You're doing this catering business, and then what happened after that? Like, how did you ended up working in China for a while too?
Yeah. So like first in New York, I got tired of like catering and moving constantly, so I found my own space. It was like a beautiful loft in Tribeca,
Mhm.
and then I started hosting dinners. I think somebody mentioned.
And now, what do you mean hosting dinners? It wasn't like a restaurant, so you would
No.
just, if somebody wanted to have a vegan dinner event, you would be the one to set it all up. And is that how did that work?
So it was called a supper club. If you guys
Mhm.
heard of
Yeah,
that concept,
supper
where-
club.
Yeah.
Was it
I
entertainment
hosted-
too? Because that's what we
No.
called supper clubs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but back in New York, supper clubs, where there's entertainment like a
Oh.
show, and then there's food.
Well, that'd be more fun, but it was just the food was the
Mhm.
entertainment. So I hosted like 2 or 3 dinners every week, and every week the menu would change. So 5 to 10 courses. And yeah.
Dang, girl, you
Different
were
courses of vegetables, different
Yeah,
vegetables.
yeah.
I saw on your Instagram where you said This is a 5-course vegetable meal. And all this stuff looks so good. I was like, holy crap. Okay, so how did that happen? Like, how did the supper club start? I mean, how did people know? You know, because there was not, I'm assuming there wasn't much Instagram and Facebook back then. Or
well,
was
this
it?
was 2013 when I opened
Okay,
it.
so there was out there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I was lucky, like a friend pitched the Wall Street Journal, she's a writer, and then they covered like our opening, and then so right off the bat we were pretty lucky.
That helps so much, yeah.
We grew like pretty quickly, and we were sold out for months, and
how many people at a time?
so I started with 16 per night, but then it grew to like 42.
You were working your butt off. What?
But you had other people working.
Yeah, I had help. But it was basically like a part-time restaurant.
Yeah, but that's kind of cool though, because then when you say the restaurant's closed,
I'm like 40 people.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes. Yeah, but it was fun, like, because like the thing about supper clubs that's really fun is like
we need to do a supper club.
Yeah, we're all seated at the same table. It's like one long, beautiful table, and then you get to meet like everybody else, and it's like really interesting because it's people from all different kinds of backgrounds, and but they all share.
We should do a supper club and have her come and help us out.
Yeah,
we should do something like that.
Yeah, we have to do it, guys. We get ready to do a supper club. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Maybe we'll have Bridget sing. You know, we have some. You can put a pole dance in the middle.
Oh
Yes.
Oh yeah!
Here we go.
Yeah, entertainment supper club. With
Oh my God, I love it.
Oh, that sounds like
I
fun.
think we should do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Soon
Yeah.
come. Soon
Soon to come. Because somebody said, "Do it."
Do
I
Yes, that'll be great. Sold out.
Sold
That's
out.
right. I know. Because you know what? We're all so starving. And why not give them something? We can do like once a month, something fun.
Something
You know, and we can do like different foods from the culture, you know, the soul culture and then your culture. And we mix them up.
Oh, mix them.
You know?
How fun is that?
Yeah. And then some dancing.
Yeah.
She is brilliant.
No, but you got to teach me a little. I need to do at least for my 71st birthday. I really want to do something on the pole.
Okay,
No.
we should get start as soon as possible.
Because I already had one friend that tried to help me, but she lives a little far away, so I never did go back because it was hard.
Yeah, no, that thing is not easy.
Workout.
It is. You have to have some strength.
Make sure you're on camera, Babs.
Yeah.
You have to have some strength.
But anyway, so now you have this supper club and everybody's coming in. You guys need to go out clubbing. No, we don't need to go out clubbing. Not at all, because I'll probably fall asleep. I'm so tired. But anyway,
That's Tom.
that's Tom.
You'll see Tom's always talking
he's
mess.
funny and crazy. And so, yeah, guys. So anyway, okay, so you have the supper clubs, and now you're doing it. So out of 16, you have 40 people. I can't even imagine, but I can see how beautiful it is. You know, it just already sounds like this beautiful, beautiful experience.
And I love your presentation, the way you do the plates and everything. So when you've got this supper club thing going, is the table beautifully decorated as well? And it's
it was. I'm more of like a minimalist, so it was just like candles and some flowers.
minimalist is fine with
Yeah.
me. I hate a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, but that's fine. But it still looked really nice and yeah.
Okay, so now that is done.
So we're gonna have a
Now
supper
you end
club
up in
night.
China.
Yeah. So
China, not Hong Kong, China.
yeah, Shanghai.
Quite a story.
Yeah. So, but before that, I had I was partner at 2 restaurants in New York. One's called Mother Pearl and Lady Bird. They're still open, but I'm not involved anymore.
Oh, so you just partnered with them as a chef, or?
Yeah. So part of the reason I'm not involved is I was supposed to be a partner, but they screwed me.
It didn't.
Who
It
screwed
didn't.
you?
It didn't. No, stop it. It didn't work out. Here,
Yeah.
let's leave it like that.
You don't screw our friend.
I know it just didn't work out. That's all.
No, she said they screwed her.
I know what she's saying. But
I've been screwed a lot. So.
Oh no!
So getting
Because
into
you
the
probably
China.
have such a great heart, and you just go into things and giving, and people just trample over.
But
you.
that's what people do.
No, we don't.
No. I'm saying messy people do that. And
Yeah.
you know.
I'm sorry to hear that. But anyway, so now China.
I got screwed yesterday.
Oh,
No, I'm just. Being
No.
horrible.
No.
That was funny to me. Nobody got it but me.
Sorry, my sons are on the plane.
Are they on the plane?
They're on the plane. I just dropped them off at the airport. I have twin boys.
Oh wow.
So anyway, okay, so let's go back. So you're in Atlanta. I mean, that's where they're going. Sorry. Like, you're not in Atlanta. They're going to Atlanta.
In China.
So you're here. I mean, you're in New York, then you end up in China. How did that happen?
So it's a funny thing. So someone who was interning for me started a blog at the time, and then she moved back to New York, or sorry, back to China, and her blog like turned into a legitimate media company. And now it has like 300,000 followers. She wrote an article about my story in New York, and that went viral in China. So then suddenly I had like, you know, a huge like fan base, and then they wanted me to come out and do dinners. So
nice.
I never intended to move to China. So I just thought, oh, I'm gonna go and have like enjoy and like have a few weeks and just host these dinners. But then when I got there, it was just such like an amazing reception. Like everybody was super enthusiastic and like so excited for it. Like, and I just felt like, you know, it would be such a great thing for China to have. And it was very, there is like a Buddhist like vegetarian tradition. But like this like newer, more modern, like plant-based like lifestyle is still very new. Yeah. And so I wanted to, you know, help, you know, propel that movement there. And so then I decided to move there like after a few weeks. How long were you there? Like 2-3 weeks.
No, I mean, how long did you live there?
For 4 years. Yeah.
Really?
So you became very famous in China.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You can say that.
Sure. I don't like to.
Actually, Chinese press call her like vegan goddess, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah! You're with the vegan goddess. We're with the vegan goddess from China.
I think that's cool.
I mean, yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah.
So okay, so you've chefed for people like Vera Wang. You what else was on there? Jessie J, Chris what's his name? Hemsworth. So how did that happen?
Yeah, that was just all throughout like the past past 10 years. Just very fortunate that like you know, for vegan high-end cuisine, there's not very many options. So like I'm kind of one of the few to go to, and then you know I had a lot of you know, word of mouth or I guess a bunch of Google inbound inquiries, and then
so they just found you and hit you up and said, hey,
yeah,
could you cook for me? Is that what happened?
And then like like Jessie J, for example, she was like another vegan chef based in Hong Kong, wasn't able to do it, so she referred them to me. And then Stella McCartney, like her team reached out in China. She was like premiering a new line, I guess, and then she was hosting something in Beijing, and then they invited me to do that. So yeah,
she is the most humble person I've ever met.
I know. So, and I know in your bio it said that you did high end from like $200 to $2,000 per person, but you're looking to do more affordable meals for people. So would that be in a supper club setting, or is that just something you want to sell? Or
so I guess my plan was always like a Tesla model. Like I was trying to do fine dining just to like elevate the perception of like.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, just to be like, oh, this is something, you know, really amazing, delicious, like, and I was trying to like influence, you know, people in positions of like, you know, in the positions of being able to do something to change. And then also like trying to influence other chefs as well to like take, you know, plant-based food more seriously, because that's really like what helped change is when, you know, mainstream like omnivore chefs started to look at vegetables and be like, oh, actually I can do something more than just like steaming it, you know?
Right.
So I was doing that for a while, but now I think it's at the point where it's gained a lot more acceptance, and the plan was always really to make it as accessible to everybody as possible. So I'm launching products. So we have
Oh,
like,
wonderful!
yeah,
Like what?
Plant-based bacon.
Look
and-
at you!
We're also doing like ice cream cakes that are also.
And who is we?
So I work with different people. Yeah. So like very. Now I only work with like very trusted friends,
Right.
partners.
Well, but
yeah.
that needs to do something.
Yeah,
together.
that's it.
Yeah, we
yeah,
should.
Yeah, we're very trusted.
Okay,
Just
great.
know we're about supporting
Yeah.
women, especially.
Awesome.
We love you men too, but it's it's very, very important that we uplift each other. as
And then
women.
we also live and understand the universal law. I mean, whatever you put out, you get back. So we're always keeping ours clean, right?
That's right, because I don't want no
I don't want
cocky
I
pocky
don't
back.
want mess coming back.
Okay, so that's all that. What is one of your favorite like go-to things that when people say, "Oh my, could you make this thing?" What is that? Would you say?
Oh, I don't know, because I was doing different menus every week. I created like over 1,600 dishes.
So every
there's
week?
a really,
Oh, she's
yeah,
been having fun. She's been playing in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
Oh my gosh, I was
That.
so. But what is one of your favorites?
Look at Steve. Hey, Steve. What's
Steve.
up,
Hey,
Steve?
Steve
Prusak?
Prusak.
Yeah.
How are you?
Mr. Juice
Now he's
Guru.
the juice guru.
Yeah, he's the guy that has
Yeah.
the Juice Guru
Yeah,
program.
bestseller bookie thing on
Mhm.
juicing, and that has a certificate through his company teaching how to
Got
juice.
a few recipes in his book.
Yeah. So, what is one of the things that you really like? Like, if someone had a question up here, I'm going to go back to. It has something to do with. I have a culinary challenge for you. Here we go. I have a culinary challenge for you. Broccoli sprouts. I need them for medical reasons, but they're really hard on my stomach, and I don't like the taste. If you can come up with a way to migrate that taste with something compatible, that would be great.
Interesting. Yeah. I think
For a fee of, no, I'm just kidding. So, have you ever used broccoli?
Yeah, broccoli sprouts. Yeah. I'm a fan of sprouts, but I guess it's not everybody's taste. So, if you want to like really hide it, you can like put it in a smoothie and then like make sure that everything.
I was
is,
about
like,
to say, what
yeah.
about juicing a smoothie? That's always covers up different flavors if you got it, That's your challenge.
And then if you wanted to keep it more like on the savory side, then just make sure there's like enough like acid, so like lemon juice or vinegar, and then that will like help balance
Kind of
out
help
the.
that.
Wow. Okay, so back to the question. What would be something that no, it's very strong even in a smoothie. What else are you adding to your smoothies?
Yeah,
Because maybe it depends on what else. Maybe
Put some ginger in it.
Yeah, ginger.
Put some ginger in the smoothie, and you won't taste that.
You be like, put a lot of ginger. Put a lot. So okay. So go back to one of the things that you love to make for people that people seem to. Just one dish, because I'm sure there's 50,000 of them looking at your IG.
Well, I guess we just started doing ice cream cake, so that was like a big hit. It's keto, so there's like no sugar. It's using erythritol, so yeah.
Cool.
So is it a whole cake or just like the little ice cream things?
Yeah, it's like 6-inch by.
It's real.
It's a cake.
Yeah, cake. Yeah.
So you're gonna sell those?
Yeah.
And they're vegan, obviously. And are they different cake flavors, or it's just like
there's
chocolate?
6 flavors: vanilla, chocolate, cotton candy. There's like a savory bacon one. What? Vegan bacon, and then the strawberry mango and mint chocolate.
And
That
where will
sounds
you be
good.
finding these?
So they're gonna ship everywhere in the U.S. Online. We're gonna sell it, and then it's called Super Cakes. So
how are they shipped? Are they on ice or something?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
dry
And
ice.
they will
cool.
last that long?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I can't
Very
wait
cool.
till. So is it a website that people can look for,
It's
or
not
when is
live
it
yet,
up?
but it's called Super Cakes. So
Okay, so be on the lookout. I'm going to type that and be on. When is it launching?
in a month.
Okay.
Nice.
What's the launch date? Do you know?
Not exactly.
Okay. Super cakes. They're ice cream cakes. Vegan ice cream cakes. We have to make sure. So when you guys come back, you'll look for the vegan ice cream cakes. Ice cream cakes that will be shipped to your home for all you sweet toothers. People.
I definitely have a sweet tooth.
You too?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
So, okay. So now you became a vegetarian.
Oh, snap.
What?
The taco shells.
Oh, well, they burnt now.
Oh, they are. I forgot them. Oh,
But it's on so low.
oh my God.
Are they burnt?
Let's see.
No. So, okay. So was anyone else in your family? Because you were living at home.
Yeah, no. My older sister went pescatarian for a while. My younger sister is vegetarian. But
So how was that
otherwise,
with parents and whatnot? Because that's most people's challenges when
Yeah.
they're living at home with their families. How do they? Oh no, not burn tacos. So how do they? Because most people have a hard time because their family members are like, "What are you doing? Get some meat. What's all this grass food?"
Yeah, family members are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my parents didn't really understand it, and they kept asking, "Oh, do you want fish? Oh, why not?" Years later, why
Yeah.
aren't you eating?
And they're still that way now.
they're
They're okay.
Yeah, it's been enough.
And and what did you feel? Did you feel a change inward? Did you feel anything?
Yeah, well, so before I became vegan, I was actually anorexic, so
Really?
it helped in that way. Yeah.
And so you were anorexic for what reason? Because you're telling me there's a bug right now, but that looks like your natural frame though.
Yeah, so it's I guess a lot of variables. It's just extreme perfectionism and very distorted self-perception and mental issues.
Well, what's so interesting because our show is gearing away from just being about veganism to being about mind, body, and spirit. Because you can have the healthiest diet, but your mental state of being and your, it's just not right. And they all have to go together.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So did you find that, do you sneak vegan meat into your food? Did you sneak vegan? No. but in your parents' food, because some people do that. Where they sneak, they don't tell you it's vegan because they know a lot of people won't eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Until they try and then they realize, oh, well, that wasn't so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm all over the place. But anyway, so did you find that when you switched your diet that helped with your mindset? Or was it just because, let me ask you, or was it just because you switched that you made a choice to look at yourself across the board because you were trying to get healthy inward?
Yeah, it was so I became vegan when I was recovering from anorexia. So yeah, it was very helpful, cooking because it helped me make peace with food, and it was my therapy, and yeah. So.
And do you mind sharing a little bit about it since you brought it up?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I just want to find out because when you say that, and I'm not interested in what. Oh, we don't have to share what took you down that road, but you were obviously getting some type of therapy or help. No,
I wasn't. No, I cured myself.
Because they say that once so were you severe in the anorexia?
I was 86 pounds at 5, basically my height now. So that's 30 pounds difference.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, because most of the time they say it's very hard to come back from it. People don't come back from it.
It's one of the most deadly mental illnesses. So,
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Very few people get out of it, and very high.
I had no clue.
Yeah, no, I knew that, and that's why I was curious at how much the food or the cooking of the food, because maybe it didn't contain meat. That maybe that was a saving grace for you because your body was able to manage the vegetables where people try to go back to, eating what they normally eat, and it doesn't necessarily mesh with you being kind of, on that type of living through that type of a situation. Did you find that to be?
Yeah, well, I think being vegan, just because I felt that I changed my relationship with food instead of seeing it as an enemy. I used to just count calories and I would take notes all day and then make sure it was less than 600 or something. And then so it helped me stop seeing food as an enemy and then more as something nourishing and good for you.
Well, I think that's really good.
Yeah.
Because really, if you're eating properly, it's not an enemy.
Right.
It actually
But-
nourishes
And it
you.
comes from so many other places too.
Right.
You know, there's so many other issues. I'm going to answer this. Let's
But
ask-
also, you need to answer the one about the protein.
Okay. Do you agree that anorexia results from people around you with control issues over you? Thus, one feels that food is the only thing one can control. Does that ring true to you?
There was definitely an element of that, just because like I had very, very strict parents, and they, like had very, high standards, and I think, yeah, I guess it's like a form. Like there was a time where I was like a little bit chubby when I was like 11, and then
Chubby for real chubby and real chubby standards?
or
My chubby.
maybe
Chubby.
like-
You look like me and you was chubby.
yeah, just like
How much did you weigh?
Probably like 110, but I was maybe like 5'3" or something at the time.
Well, I weigh 130 right now, and I'm 5'3",
Yes.
and I'm not chubby.
But
but my parents said I
Right.
needed to lose weight, or like they said like I was getting fat. So.
Yeah, parents, that's been rough on some kids. I did something to my daughter really horrible when she was younger. She had the little stomach, and I would call myself embarrassing her so she'll
you
want to
right.
lose the weight. And I said something so cruel to her. And I really thought it was going to work. But now, in hindsight, I know that what I did to her was cruel.
And damaging.
And damaging.
It's more damaging, and that's
she struggled with her weight all her life.
I was telling someone recently that I think I had body dysmorphia. Because when years ago when I was recording, back when I first moved, I used to think of myself so big. I was so big. I would never do any, throwing up or anything like that. And it wasn't until recently when I went to try on the outfit that we wore in one of the shows, Soul Train or something we did. I couldn't even get it past my legs. And I thought I was so much bigger than I am now.
You thought,
but I couldn't even get the pants on. I was like, well, how tiny was I?
You were very
But
little.
to me, in my mind, I couldn't see that. And that is the challenge, and what we do to ourselves, or somebody could have said something one time, and that's the thing that stuck with you. You know what I mean? And like you, what, 110 pounds? What you said you're weighing how much more now? How much do you weigh now?
Yeah, I'm that now. Like that was, I was also
11
4 inches
shorter. Okay. So
and about the protein, right quick, where do we get to? You can get protein from most vegetables. I mean, most vegetables have protein, but we're Googling so much stuff nowadays. You can definitely use Google to say, if I'm a vegan, where do I get my protein? Google will give you some information on that, but usually animals get protein from the same place we can get it.
it's vegetables.
Yes.
Yeah. And do you agree with that as far as protein?
And we don't have to eat the animal to get the secondhand protein, actually.
Yeah. Okay, I was trying to get something here. What's the best way? Okay. What's the best way to start a juice fast detox without overtaxing your body and depleting your energy?
What's the best way to start a juice fast or detox? I mean, we do that all the time.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever done detox and juice fast and things like that?
I haven't. I personally just feel like I would prefer to like eat clean.
Then you don't have to,
lifestyle,
right?
And then not feel the need to like purge that. So
Well, I have to
overall
detox
lifestyle
periodically. I have to abstain from eating periodically because it makes me feel totally different. Especially if I do a detox that's like that lemonade cleanse with the cayenne pepper, and it's just getting rid of so much of the inflammation. And then my senses, I can smell every single thing. Everything about me is totally, everything about me is totally different. Once I cleanse, you should try it one time. It really, and you don't lose any weight. You don't really lose anything but waste. So I just think washing the body is massively important periodically.
Well, like she said, though, but sometimes if you're only eating vegetables, you tend to wash the body.
But there's all kind of chemicals and stuff that we don't even know about. The way our food is not as clean as we would hope that it would be. So that's the only reason I'm an advocate of really staying away from everything periodically, because we don't grow our own food. I don't care. They can tell you this is organic, but all the sprays and the chemicals, it's in the air, it's landing on our food. So I don't care if you're just eating vegetables, and that's not to go against what you're doing. I'm just saying periodically, for me, I have to detox that way. I have to abstain from, I can't ingest anything, maybe water, lemon, cayenne pepper.
And do you find that energy-wise, you feel?
Yes, I'm bouncing off the walls.
Bouncing off the walls, yeah. I used to do a detox like that every weekend, for a whole weekend. I had more energy than when I did anything else. So.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little harder now because I start doing it and I want to eat immediately.
No, it's challenging.
It's
not the
challenging.
easiest thing to do.
Yeah, I did it for what? How many days did I do it for recently?
Oh yeah, you did. Didn't you do it for 6-7 days
I did a whole
week?
cleanse. Yeah, and I was so happy to eat some food.
Yeah.
How often should you detox? Would you say?
Well, see, I go hard now. I can do it 3 times a year for a length of time.
And what is the longest? How long?
10, 15 days. But come on, I'm 70, so detoxing is important,
right?
In terms of for me, So, yeah.
So, what else is happening in your world? What else? What else? Somebody said, "What products are you working on?" Well, we kind of discussed.
She sounds like she's working on a whole bunch of them.
I know, but she said they've got the cakes, the ice cream cakes.
Yeah.
They've got the bacon. Now, how are you going to market your bacon? Because there's so many vegan bacons. It's like, what makes yours and your somebody said you lied. 70. Girl, where you been, Paula? Paula, where you been? She's all over the internet on her 70th birthday, put out pictures.
Oh.
Yeah, no, she ain't lying.
My mentally, I still cannot accept it.
In 6 months, I'll be 71.
And
December
7th.
But good black don't crack.
No, but some black does crack. Especially the black that's on crack. Well, they do. I mean, come on, let's be real. Part of it is our lifestyle. You take care of your innards.
The ones on crack.
You take care of your innards take care of you, right, ladies?
Yes.
You eat healthy. And
So
it
when
takes.
I first met you, I will never think about that number will have anything associated with you.
Well, that's because in our society, we get 50s, 60s, then we're going down. It's like we buy into the fact that we're older. So now we get a chance to wear the weird little smocks and the little soft weird shoes and the crooked wigs and just sit down all day.
And rock.
And don't move and
rock
just
back and forth.
eat everything that ain't nailed down and just
Well, it's kind of like when
and you blame it on your age.
Well, that's what there were things that people always said about when you have a baby. Well, when you get pregnant, then you're just gonna gain weight.
Exactly.
You know that when you have menopause, this is what's gonna happen.
Or if you have a hysterectomy, don't worry, you're gonna get fat.
Right. And it's just things that we tend to buy into because people tell us this is the way it is.
But it's because it's the way they behaved. And so ultimately they began to look accordingly. And so that it's like we bought into it, but it's not true. 70 is not old. I'm not doing anything special. You know what I mean? I'm just nourishing myself and moving. And as much as I can, since I'm not running 100, try to keep the attitude right. But y'all, I struggle like everybody else with the attitude. Even if I catch myself crying over some dumb crap, it's like I got to breathe and bring myself back and stay present. That is what we do. We're always living outside of the moment. And so we're always stressed out about yesterday, or we're stressed out about what may happen tomorrow. And that time is gone or ain't even arrived. So it's like now. I have to talk to myself all the time because guess what? I can be in the middle of tears and see something that makes me happy and I can make myself laugh right in the middle of feeling like I'm just beat up and hurt. So I have the power to stay in the moment and be happy if I so choose.
And we have the power to do and choose to go right or left. But we're so conditioned sometimes to buy into the madness of it all that as soon as it happens, we go straight to what we are familiar with, as opposed to making a choice to say, you know what, I don't have to do it that way anymore. I'm choosing to do it this way. I'm going to have a good day regardless of that.
There you go.
That happened to me when I was in Utah. Somebody got into my bank account.
Oh,
and was spending my money.
I think you were telling me something.
And then what happened was, you know, I went to use my card. They said, you can't use your card. I'm like, why can't you use my card? It's my card. And that's when I found out I'm in Utah. They're in Pennsylvania. And whatever they did, they went into the store to use the card. So they made a card. And so I'm sitting here going, you know, you just feel like, and then I said, this is money. Because all of a sudden when that happened, that something else was like about to pull me under, you know, you go from one thing and then they say, you know, whatever your energy is, you start to just bring in more of that energy, constantly bringing in negativity. And I started to see that because I was starting to go down and then something else was about to happen. I said, stop it, cut it out. You're out here directing a movie, enjoy your life. How often do you get to be in this beautiful space? And I just said, money's going to take care of itself. Money will find me, because this is my motto with money. Without us, it just sits there. Money needs us. Money needs us to spend it. Otherwise, it's just this thing that sits still. So I had decided that you will find your way back to me. I'm going to go have a great time. I'm not going to worry about this. Somebody who got made, apparently they needed it. And I went on with my day and I let it go.
Good for you.
And I did not carry it anymore. I had the best time. So it's really about a mindset, and it's very easy for us to get suckered into things that aren't even real in the moment.
Well,
you know what I mean?
If it's not now, it's not real.
It's not now. It's not real. And eating healthy for me goes hand in hand with that. Because when I eat junky, I feel junky. You know, they don't eat that well out in Utah. Well, these, you know, not a lot of people. They like a lot of things I don't eat, you know, and a lot of times I just said, just give me a salad today. And I, you know, I'm saying, I'll just eat a salad, because the one day I did eat something, I didn't stray from obviously being eating meat, because I would be in the hospital still dead now probably, because I haven't eaten meat like you guys since 1979. So I would be in the hospital. But it's when you go to certain restaurants and they don't prepare the food the way you normally eat it, and you're trying to eat like a French fry or something, and all of a sudden you just go, this is not working for my system, you know? And it does pull me into this place. So I had to just say salad, 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 so I can make my meals, because then I know I'm making it the way that feels good and tastes good to me, you know? So I was about to ask you a question. I forgot. Okay, I don't know what it is. Okay, I stopped eating fried foods a year ago. Good for you, Gary, because that will take you down. I noticed the benefits from eating from the earth. Yes, good. I'm not a vegan. This is all Gary.
Yes, you are, Gary.
But I have been eating
Gary,
more
you're
real
a vegan.
veggies every day. Well,
Gary, you're a vegan. Somebody shoved some meat down your throat. You had nothing to do with it. They shoved the meat, but you trust me, you are vegan. You're vegan.
Well, you get the restaurants use a lot of oil.
I don't. Not my restaurant.
So do you do raw, or just do you do a combination of raw and cooked foods?
Yeah, like I've had like raw clients, but personally, not raw. There was a moment when I was in high school that I was like doing that. But, yeah.
So do you do desserts? Well, I know you have the ice cream cakes now, but was that one of your specialties, like desserts and things?
Didn't we see a picture where it was a bunch of cakes on her feed?
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, on Instagram. It was really pretty. They were really pretty. It looked like a bunch of cakes.
Yeah, I love eating dessert.
Eating dessert.
I'm less. I'm more into like making like savory things than I am.
Oh,
like,
really?
Just because like baking is so precise, and it's like almost too like strict for me. Like I'm very like free.
You're so funny. You're so funny.
Why?
And because I'm listening to you, like, and I'm just a self-taught cook, chef, as you will. But I had to teach myself how to make cakes and how to make cookies. Because I have a friend that I shared my cookies with years ago, and he still talks about me like a dog today. Like, what about them dry, messed up cookies you brought me?
Come on,
Because I tell him that we sell cookies and stuff, and he was like, you make them? But my cookies are so good now, but they were so messed up then. I can remember it, but I taught myself everything. I've thrown away so much food.
I remember the time, I'm not even going to say where we were, but you and I were together, and they gave us this little thing that they sell in their location. And we were both like,
what was it? Oh my God.
We were sitting there like,
what was it?
It was dry and it was torture.
Well, that was like my cookie.
No, it wasn't yours. It wasn't yours.
No, but I'm saying my friend told me my cookie was about like that thing.
Yeah, you can't even
muster up enough moisture in your mouth to swallow. Huh?
Yeah.
I had some pretty bad cookies.
Yeah, I think having children, because children yet?
I do.
You do, right?
One daughter.
You have a daughter.
Yeah, how old's your daughter?
She is turning 5 in a month.
Oh, yeah.
Little cutie.
Yeah, she has one daughter and I have 3. But I think something happened to me after having 3 kids. If I never cook again, I'll be happy.
But you know what? Tara's the one that will go in the kitchen if she's hungry and you just happen to be around her. She'll be like, okay, I'll fix you some too. But she makes the best meals like 5 minutes later. It's like it's done. She's like, yep, here. And it's always awesome. So you always cook really, really good to me. I love to eat what you
I think she just likes it because she don't want to cook.
No, you make good tasty. You make the best soups. What about those?
Oh, yeah. I like ramen.
Oh, beautiful ramen soups. Hers are the best.
So, when you haven't eaten meat in so long, before it became fashionable to be vegan, or not eat meats, I wasn't eating meat. So after a while, you just go, okay, potatoes, right? Mushrooms, greens. I wish I knew how to do some things like you did. Like when I look at your thing, I was like, what exactly is that that you made that, and it's all decorated in.
Yeah, so tell me, what was because I never went to a school. So for you, that experience going to a culinary arts school, what was that like for you? Did it assist you with being more creative? Because
not really.
Really?
I didn't really like the school much.
Really? But you were forced to weigh. You had to weigh stuff. You had. Did they teach
the best thing I got out of it was just knife skills.
Knife skills?
Yeah. It's just like,
child, let me tell you.
doing the right technique.
When people see me handling a knife, they think I'm gonna hurt myself. I never learned knife skills. I only use one. Look, I only use one knife, and they be like, "You using that same knife for every damn thing?" It's like, "Yep, that's it. I like this one." Yeah,
that's all you need.
Really, knife skills. That's what you learn.
You gotta hook a sister up with some knife skills, Tom. I'm getting ready to be hooked up with some knife skills, so watch out.
So Gary said, what can I eat from protein for protein in place of baked chicken?
Oh, how about some of our leafy greens are full of protein.
Well, what would you, okay, if somebody came to you, and they, what's the matter? What you
I'm looking for, where the phone? Where's your Google?
Google?
Google.
Oh, Google.
Vegan protein.
But if someone came to you and said, could you make me something? I want to replace chicken. What would you do for them? Right? Just give them the name.
Give them some tofu.
They wouldn't even know how to make it.
She'd give them some tofu.
No, what would you do?
Like beans.
Some tempeh. She said beans.
Okay, so that sounds boring. Okay, that does not sound like a meal for someone who is trying to replace chicken. So obviously they want a meal. They don't want some beans and nuts. What would you make?
Well, if you want to directly replace chicken, there's a lot of plant-based chickens out there now.
Right, but no. Okay, if you were making a meal, like you said, okay, I'm gonna get some of this, and I'm gonna. So what would you make? Like, what would the plate look like?
She just said some beans and some.
So you give them a plate of beans and some nuts.
Obviously, I would make it like a whole dish. Like
right. So give us an idea what that would look like.
But you can't mix you can't mix the protein with the carbohydrate. So we just need you to do the protein with maybe a veggie or something like that. So what would you?
Sure, you can do like curries or like chili or.
So he doesn't know how to do
lasagna.
anything.
I don't know.
A lasagna?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just
That
gotta
works.
Google. Basically, is what we're saying. Google.
Yes, that's what you guys Google everything else. Please Google what's a good protein for a vegan.
And Gary says try quinoa and lentils or
work.
beans.
That's Tom.
Right. I'm saying that's what he's sharing.
Yeah, but lentils are full of proteins and beans. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, these questions come. Which oils and spices do you recommend for stir frying vegetables, especially to decrease inflammation?
I don't use a lot of oil, even in our stir fry. We use a little bit of olive oil, but mostly we're stir frying on a hot griddle, and we're adding a little brags and water. So it's steaming more than it is frying. We're not really frying. So I just use a little olive oil. What about you, honey?
Yeah, I just use like very, very minimal.
Yeah, not much oils at all. You don't need much oils.
So like I love spices. Like I eat really, really spicy.
You do?
So,
I love spices too, though. I do.
Yeah.
I love spices.
So yeah, like really any like cumin or
Yeah.
chili, paprika.
Yeah.
So do you make a Chinese dish, a vegan Chinese dish that like what's that called? Like what would that dish be? Because I love Chinese.
Well, yeah, I really love like there's a lot of different like spicy noodle dishes. So and then you add like black vinegar or rice vinegar and then soy sauce and fresh chili. And
Ooh, I bet you got a ton of fun little dishes.
So
oh my
you-
gosh.
cilantro, mint.
Yum.
That sounds good.
It does,
Can we come by?
Yes.
We gotta come by and get some. I want some.
Now look, I don't want to be messy, but I like them little, not egg rolls, but you do them?
Yeah.
I'm addicted to those. I love them.
Good.
Would you know how to? Do you batter broccoli and cook broccoli? Oh, somebody gave me fried broccoli. It was battered, like in chicken batter.
Oh, was that? I thought you said it was cauliflower.
No,
No,
was
I had the
broccoli.
cauliflower
It was
ones in
broccoli.
New York. You had the broccoli.
Sounds good.
Cauliflower is great.
The broccoli is just. I had it yesterday. It was just
Again?
unbelievable. Yeah, so
You're addicted now. Yeah, I know.
Sort of, kind of. The problem that I have is I don't know really what the brothers are dipping their broccoli in. Yesterday, on faith, I just went and ate it. However, people use the wrong flour sometimes to batter the broccoli. He's not a vegan. So
He's
so
not
ain't
cooking
no-
with that
and he ain't-
consciousness.
hell no, ain't no telling what I ate yesterday.
But it was good going
It
down.
was so good.
It was good going down.
So good.
Wow, could you believe we are almost at
Are
an
we
hour?
at the hour?
6 minutes
This was
down.
fun.
Wow, so
I like more people.
I know. Well, let's talk a little bit about you because
Yeah,
you know what? Let me tell you
Come
something.
on, pole dance.
Well, you know what? Pole dancing is it's for the spirit. It's a spirit alignment. So we talk. It's a detox. So let's talk to
And
her
it
what she said
strengthens,
because
doesn't
it's.
It's so.
So how did you get involved with pole dancing?
Well, just 3-4 years ago, a friend of mine brought me to a pole dance studio just to try, and she was saying, "You have so much strength, you should just try it. It's totally different." Just once, first class, I got hooked right away.
Really?
It's really
She
like
got
very-
hooked her first class. It's been 7 years ago. I went to my first class.
So ever since.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh! Really?
But when you first, because I know when I first tried, I was trying to climb that pole. I was like, yeah. How long did it take you before you built
Built
your
enough
upper
strength.
It depends, really different.
How often
people.
you go?
Yes, exactly. I was very committed. Like I want to make progress.
So you went all the
I
time.
was very, very committed to do pole dance.
Very good.
And it still took me a couple of months, honestly, to build.
Couple of months.
Because I do not have a gymnastic background. But I see girls really day one, they fly on the pole. Like I saw girls like that where like people more
right in the beginning.
Right in the beginning. And but I mean, I feel like it's really pole dance is to yourself. You compete with yourself, not like other people.
Right.
So pretty much it's any step, it's any achievement is to you. It's responsible to yourself, not you're not competing with your peer or classmates or everything.
So what exactly
love
you said that
watching
it's really for you? It's like a mind, spirit.
It's totally.
What do you feel like? What does it? How do you feel when you're done? Do you really feel like you've aligned yourself in a way with spiritually, or I don't know what kind of faith you guys are, but do you feel a change in yourself when you're?
It's for me, it's more like a therapy. You are really detoxing, and I mean, as a female entrepreneur myself, I have a lot of challenges in life, personal and business wise. So pretty much every time I really cherish the time when I have myself and the pole. When you listen to music, it's more like when you do free dance. It's you're connecting with the pole, connecting with the space, and also you're really, really just you're spiritually relaxed.
Because I can imagine that. And no, she's not going to bring the lamp over.
I was like, what did Tom say? Bring the lamp over and do a demonstration?
She'll be, the lamp will be on top of her head. Wow, that's amazing because we have a series that I'm co-creator on called My Sweet Life that's coming out hopefully by the end of the year. And Luna came in and did some pole dancing for us, a demonstration, and it was amazing to watch her. It was amazing. Then she has on heels that are about that high.
How do you wear those?
It's actually very sturdy.
Because it has the platform front part that's about.
Oh, you had the platform.
I did the platform and the stiletto.
Yeah.
Just cannot stand the stiletto without a platform.
Exactly.
So, things like that, guys, it's so important to find different avenues to center yourself, especially coming out of this pandemic and all the madness and people and their fears and concerns. And so many people have struggled through this last year, losing people and finding outlets for yourself. One could be learning how to cook vegan, taking vegetables and trying some new recipes that will make it fun for you to attempt to eat it. Because it's one thing to sit there and go, I don't know what to do, I don't know. But then another thing, Gary, just get some recipes, find vegetables that are high in protein, and then create for yourself some recipes, that you can sit down and eat, and then find some type of form of exercise that will help to align you. Because when you get the one thing going inwardly, you want everything to be aligned. You don't even want people around you who don't feed that in you. You don't want them around you. You got to start detoxing. So if pole dancing is your thing, do it. I would love to be able to, at least because I know that if I can climb that pole, I'm stronger. I'm stronger in my mind, and I'm stronger in my body. And yeah, we are at our hour, but
I'd like to say something too. I'd like to say that it is way past time for humans to really understand that we are all one. We are a species first, period. Can we just stick with the fact that we are part of the human species? We're all the same. We come from different places, and we bring so much of our culture to share with one another. And that's the beauty about us living in different places on the planet, that we can, that's the beauty about all of the different races, if you will. It's where we come from that we can now come and just share the diversity. And that is the beauty of the human journey to me. So for me, I don't want to see color. I just want to see kinship. The human kinship and love. And that's the message that Sunday Bites and Tidbits is going to leave with all of you today.
I just want to say one more thing too. A gentleman I talked to over this past weekend was talking he said, well, the vegan diet is not good for you.
Oh,
It was so funny. And I said, well, why is that? Well, because, this is, and, some people say things and you just got to go, okay, I'm exiting stage left. This makes absolutely no sense. He said, well, because people tend to just, eat carbs and then they get sick. And I was like, but is that the diet?
He didn't even know what
he was talking about. Mm-hmm. But this is like, the vegan diet is no good because people tend to do the wrong thing. Well, you know what? Cake and ice cream is no good if you're gonna eat the whole thing all day long. You know what I mean? Anything could be
But
not
Tara,
good
that
for
was
you.
just so nice.
It was just
I mean,
so
come on,
nuts,
come
but
on.
I know.
We have heart disease, cancer, PPs don't work no more. Me and no, they little things don't work. And it's all come from eating dead animals. So please stop. Who was he? Where
I
is
can't
he?
even say it. You smack him for it. Yeah, then
Anyway, but anyway, we about love up in here.
we're about love,
Period.
and we're thank you.
We're all
ladies,
the
for
same.
joining
You
us.
guys are the
Thank
best.
If you want some
Thank you.
pole dancing, check it. We're gonna do us a supper club, okay?
Yes.
We're gonna have a fun night. We're gonna put it together. We're gonna have some pole dancing.
Yes.
You have
And we're
pole,
gonna
you can bring
create
my
something,
niece as a
she and
pole
I.
dancer.
Yes, for sure. Oh yeah, your niece can join us too.
Yeah,
Yes,
and then we'll have
okay.
some music.
Ooh, how fun.
It's gonna be a fun night. I
That'll
don't know
be
what
fun.
it's been celebrating.
You
We're
know,
gonna
we
celebrate.
celebrate
You know me. Let me tell you something. I'll put anything together real quickly. It'll be beautiful and classy and wonderful because that's just what I do.
Ugh, you tell them, Tara.
So anybody who wants to come, you can come.
We'll invite you.
But it's gonna cost you because
But for right now, we can ready to say bye.
we love you.
Thank
See
you.
next week.
Bye.
Thank you to our
And
guests.
we'll be back next week, I promise.
Yes,
I
we'll be back. I'm not
promise
going
you.
anywhere.
Oh, and
from
for
here.
anybody that's doing the plank, I'm up to 6 minutes now, y'all.
Wow.
6-minute plank for an old lady. Y'all have no excuses.
And I'm getting ready to start my workout challenge again.
Oh yes, another
And the
workout
vet's gonna
challenge.
join
I'm
me.
gonna join.
And we don't know what it's gonna be yet because I had a grand idea today and I already want to back out.
It's because she's sleepy.
'Cause
She's
I'm
still
tired.
on Utah time.
It's no time difference. It was
It's not
1 hour.
It's
but
it's not 2.
it's only one.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Bye,
Okay, somebody
everybody.
come. Are you
We
sure?
love you guys. Take care.
Bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom. Bye, Paula. Bye,
Bye,
Tina.
Gary.
Bye, Gary.
Bye, Melody.
Bye, Melody. Bye,
Bye,
Daphne.
Daphne.
Bye, Daphne.
Oh, we're getting ridiculous
I
here.
know.
Where's
Bye.
my girl?
Bye.
No,
Bye,
where's
Tina,
Paula?
Tina.
Bye.
Tina,
They-
greatest
Are
adventure
you sure
on
you said
earth.
that right? Are you sure you said that
What?
right? Greatest.
Yeah, the
Where's
greatest
our other
adventure-
girl
Who
that
I'm
came
looking.
on first?
I don't know. We
All the
gotta
way up
go
at
on
the top. There's
Kimberly.
Kimberly. No, what's her name?
Nahia.
Don't try to say it. You're messing that up.
Yawari.
You're messing that up.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm
You
not
really
very
messed
good
that
at
up.
this.
You
I'm
really did
trying.
mess that up. You
Okay.
you just really messed it
Paula,
up.
Bonnie.
Nahila.
No, I said my cousin is Naila, so I had to. It's Naiha. How do you? Well, whatever. You know we love you. I'm gonna call you Wright Brown. Wait a minute. That's so interesting because my cousin's name is Naila Wright Brown.
Are we still live?
Yes, we're still live
Why don't we end the show,
because I'm
Tara?
having fun. Yvette, Steve. Okay, bye everybody.
You are so crazy.